Look, what is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got a disease, so please let go with the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're reffing me up.
So slow down, I got a 2-car garage so we can go and make sounds.
Call you Dale cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And it pushes right forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On play action, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And all the way home to the Broncos score. And Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You look at this Bronco defense. This unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Check, Cougar 19.
Handoff running left, Irvin. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Come on.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 16.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Hawk 70. Check, Panther. Mustang 19 light. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tez Johnson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Broncos had 7-4 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
That's good.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Almost set. Ready. Fight it. Bombers.
Now it's Nix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Down the sideline he goes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. Here's Nix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, set. Fix the eagle, fix the eagle. '60 Maverick, 6.
Back to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Let's go now. Hey,
in motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
70. Seven Pirates! Seven Pirates! Go!
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. To throw, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. He's got room at the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
319, just, hey, Monday.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Okay, ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Bronco 80. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. 18. 70 Lions.
A run up the middle with Irving. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
3rd down and 9.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Come on. Back to 60.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Zabulka. He's got it. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First and goal, Tampa Bay.
Hey, Deputy! Deputy Lions! Street! Street! Steady, right?
On 1st and 10, here's Urban. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'm chopping you up.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboy.
Now they'll audible to something else. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down at the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts
It's now third.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. He'll look to throw. For the left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. A good 2. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. The throw's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down after a short pickup. So they take a big chance there, and the result, a modest gain. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Nix going deep here for Bryant. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. On the handoff, this is Irvin. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19. Cup 19.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Broncos! And Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The York on now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Second and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10.
Buffalo 18. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll run the draw with Irving. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Breaks a tackle. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Nix. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. He's in the space past the 25. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Michael Pittman, 57 yards. And the Broncos have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60.
They'll drop the throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line.
19, go.
They're going to look to throw.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Nix to the air.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Bombers.
Throwing Nix.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction, so to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Harvey will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before and get back to it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. Cougar 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 6, 79 Broncos. 19 Lock.
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a run here off the RP. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
He's going to try and take off with it. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral. Dump the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
he's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 52 yards. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
42. Buccaneers 28.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. To throw is Nix. And he hits him in stride. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll go play action with Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. They'll try and run some clock here, so keep it on the ground. And down to the 44, 5 yards at a time. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Bombers. Ready. Captain.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up on Trayvon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the pass interference call on the offense obviously declined, and this will remain a turnover. This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Down at the 25.
I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw here is incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Nix. That's caught right side by Worthy. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Come on.
Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
18 Rattler.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
70.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready. 60 by 60, cut by 2.
Back to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Hold on a sec. Ready?
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And